What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. You're with D-Boy, and we are back with another episode of Sparkle the Show by D-Boy. Alright, guys. So, if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And in these comments, I actually want to know what's your favorite units that you want me to talk about when it comes to Spark with us or when it comes to the lore, because these episodes will be talking about the lore of our favorite units, and I will go back throughout the whole history of Vanguard when it comes to Spark with us and talk about the different units in different eras, and with areas I mean defense, offense, like the captain, the units that are or on the bench, the units that we didn't use and the units that we used multiple times, from the GB8 to the captain of the team to the triggers. We could talk about everything you want, but I will definitely start with my favorite unit, which is Giant Rising Great Star. Giant Rising Great Star. His name wasn't always like this. His name actually changed because the first translation that we had was actually wrong. So we had a very strange name, as it was, I think, something like Giant Rising Giant Star or something like that, and then they changed it. And we also didn't have the full art right away. We actually had the full art way later, like few months ago, when this card came out in Korean, if I'm not mistaken. Then we finally got the full art, which is very strange. I'm not sure if the Italian format is getting here yet. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it was Korean. But you could correct me if I'm wrong there. But we finally got his full art, and damn, he looks beautiful. The way he's going around the field, he's like trying to step. If you don't know what stepping is when you put your opponent on the wrong foot, so you could actually go right and then go left again. And sometimes you do a double step, so you go left, right, and then they go to the right, and then you go left again, depending on how fast your opponent is and depending on how fast you are. And that's what he's trying to do right here, is stepping, and then he's also putting a hand out right there and putting the ball behind, so he could always put his opponent at the right distance for him to go through. And yeah, so we will not go into the art too much, although I love the art, but we will definitely talk about the lore. We will talk about his lore. When we talk about the lore of a Great Star right here, Rising Great Star, of course, there is the lore of Exceptional Expertise Rising Nova, which mixes with this lore, which is almost the same. If you want me to talk about that, I will definitely make another episode to talk about it, because I want these episodes to be short, so I will tackle one unit. Although it's the same unit, actually, because Exceptional Expertise, Rising Nova, Giant Star, and of course the Stride, which is Supernova, all of them are the same unit, but in a different timeline, or let's say, yeah, a little bit older or a little bit younger. So let's talk about the lore that we have on Wiki. If you want to read it yourself, you could always pause the video and read it, or I could also put the link for you guys down below, so you could also check it out, which is also pretty cool. But his lore, well, this is, as I always like to call him, the captain of the team. Why do I call him the captain of the team? Maybe you understand that after the lore. So he was recognized actually by both himself and everyone else as the strongest org of the global. So we right here know right away that he already has the passion and also the pride, because he knows himself that he is the strongest, and everybody else knows that as well. He is the ace of Spike Brothers, and the ace doesn't always has to be the captain. Normally you have the captain and you have the ace, but for me this is the captain and the ace. So he's the ace of the Spark Brothers, the team's oldest of all time. So it's the best team that they have in Spark Brothers, in that plays the game that they call global, And of course, this guy is their ace. So there's their best player, the one that makes the big difference. His physical capabilities are still growing. So he is not yet have got into his full potential. He is yet growing. He's becoming better, and that one can only describe as loved by the deities. So what I'm trying to say right here is he's kind of loved by the gods as well, and that's why he is that good. And also, like everybody else, is really cheering for him. So for that, we already know that this guy has so much going on right here. He's the ace. He is loved by everybody, as in the deities, and the ace of the best team that plays the game. So he is not relying on weapons or magic. So he is actually doing it by his own, as they say that his body, his capabilities are legendary. It's called by legends, but it's true. It's true. It's not a myth. And the thing about him right here is how they are trying to describe him is that they are describing the game of globals as it's being very, very, very barbaric, and at the same time they are describing him as being very honest, playing with his body, playing with his mind, but not using magic or weapons or anything crazy, which is very strange to have such a honest character put into the crazy game that they call globals. Because the thing about that is that in the game there are no rules. You could do whatever you like. You could smash, you could kill, you could destroy, and you could use weapon, magic, whatever. But this guy is not using any of it, which is crazy. And also, the game, they're calling it, the sport had once lost its popularity and almost disappeared from history, only to be saved by this man. So he's not only the ace of Spike Brothers, but he also saved the whole game because of the way that he plays the game. Maybe people are actually became very tiresome of the magic and the weapons and everything, and they really wanted to see that brute force, that physical ability, and this guy actually gave it to them, and that's when he actually saved the game of the way that they play it. And they also say he is really the supernova. No, he is actually the giant star now. So the thing right here, they are actually referring to the stride, which is supernova. And now they are saying that he's actually better than supernova. He's a giant star. Because if you look at the history, we have the first one was exceptional expertise rising nova, and then we had the stride, which is supernova. So we have nova, then we have supernova, and then we have giant star or giant great star, and that's why they actually think that that is better than the supernova, which is great because it's actually just a better version of himself. Although this is a great green, that one is a stride, but still, this was a card that we played the most because of his first and second ability, and it's still a card that we play nowadays in premium because the card is amazing, especially with the combination that he does with the instructor. And now they are actually talking a little bit about him. So talking about the legends. So they saying giants, gigantic elephants, gigantic dragons. The opponent teams hold their weapons, flame, whatever they have, and look up on his team. And he's just chilling right there. So they are trying to put everything they have to go against this guy. And this guy is like, he's just standing there proudly, and he's just saying, it's time to go all out. Let's fight. Let's go, guys. So amazing history, amazing lore that the great star has right here. It's just, it feels so refreshing to have a unit that is honest in an evil team, because to be honest, Spark Brothers were always that evil team, and that's why also I'm very interested to see how that will translate into the new Overdress, because the character that plays Spike Brothers, as in Stargate, as in the Diablos deck, as in the Bruce deck, as in the Final Rush mechanic. The guy that plays it is actually looks very honest. He looks actually very friendly. But the deck that he plays is very evil. It's crazy. It's bad. It's violence, and that's really cool. That's what we have right here as well. We have the Great Star or Rising in general, as in Supernova or Exceptional Expertise Rising Nova, or of course Giant Rising Great Star. He is again just a normal guy, actually, normal giant, a normal orc, a demon, whatever you like to call him. He's not even a giant, he's actually just a normal size. But his brute force is so strong and such a leader that actually everybody respects him. And that's actually it for this video. It's just me talking a little bit about my favorite unit as in the lore. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comment section below and we will try to make more for you guys. If you guys want to see this for different clans as well, as in your favorite units, let us know, and maybe some of my teammates from that plays the clan would also like to talk about the lore. If you want to know more about the risings and all the rising throughout the timeline, you could also let me know and I will try to make that as well. Thank you all for watching yet again. Until next time.